That shit tried to fade out.
It's that, wait a minute, I'm not ready yet.
Like, nigga, I said, pause, bitch.
Siri said, this my shit.
Nah, that should be doing some weird shit sometimes. Like, I could be watching this show, and I know we'll just start talking like, I don't know that. I'm like, bitch, I'm talking to you. I don't like that shit.
I don't like what she said. She don't know who my voice is. I said, bitch, that's not what we're here for.
Oh,
okay?
that must be really infuriating for you. That's an insult.
It is.
My voice? You don't know my voice?
We don't recognize your voice. And I was like, what?
You don't know my voice.
I'm sorry, Greg, but that's how I really feel. I'm not even trying to be funny, and it's like I had to grow into that in time because I never thought like my voice was a thing. Mm-hmm. But people told me that my voice was a thing. This was like outside of the podcast. This was just like if I ever did like any public speaking or anything like that, people enjoyed my voice. And I was like, okay, I like that you like
voice. It. You don't know my voice. Billy Bub. All right. Let's start this thing. Where is it? Banter. Hello, everyone. How you doing? I'm good. Thank you for asking. Okay, banter question for today. Would you rather be someone who says the first thing that comes to their mind always, or someone who never has anything to say?
I didn't know it was going that way. I didn't know it was going to be the alternative. And then if it's like that, then I have to tell you how I feel in that moment.
So you want to be the first thing that comes to your mind.
If that is the issue that I have to deal with from not saying anything to saying something, I will put myself in saying something. I realize that if in an ideal world, like the way is like, you pick your battles. Sometimes there's some words that you may feel like you need to speak, but they don't need to be said. It doesn't change something, doesn't do anything. But I'd rather be the individual that says something than then says nothing. Because I've been in situations where I've said nothing and it kind of tormented my soul. Yeah. To a point where I was just like, I should have said something.
That's a really interesting way of looking at it, because I did not look at it that way.
How'd you look at it?
I was definitely... And I don't know, I'm going to stick with mine. I'd rather have nothing to say. Because as someone who always has something to say, sometimes I wish I really just had nothing to say.
I think, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think sometimes you choose your battles unless it's asked of you. I think like people can't be upset when they put you in a position where they're telling you whatever's going on and now they're looking for your feedback.
For sure, but I'm saying because of this situation, because of like this the way the question is designed, it's either or. Yeah. I would rather just not have nothing to say.
You know how much but that goes back to the last episode, but one of our previous episodes where we talked about how trauma, like when you internalize it, it can manifest itself in other ways.
See, when I thought of nothing to say, I thought of like you just don't care.
I don't think, but see, I think that's that idea, but that's not the situation because you didn't give me a stipulation.
I know, right? That's why.
So just knowing like
the way that you're thinking about it, for sure.
Because at that point,
I still would want nothing to say though. I think I don't care what the scenario is. I think only because, like I said, as someone who always got something to say, or someone who's always being asked for their opinion, sometimes I really do wish I wish there was things I could not speak on or that I didn't have to speak on.
But people put you in those positions. But the thing is, but you also have like situations like, I'll use your example, a perfect example, Ava. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Think about if you had no say in nothing.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Right? And so it's just like when I think about just the moments in my life where, one, I think how the conversation or even the topic impacts me is that I've lived my life a lot with not saying things. I've had feelings about it, but I won't say things. Now I might say things to my safe spaces and vent there. Yeah. But sometimes I kind of let things, and I realize that like sometimes if I said something, and it's not even for them, sometimes it's for me.
Okay.
Even if it's me just telling them that I don't want to be involved in it, or me saying that like I think you need to make your own decision. I think that me not saying anything will allow too much to be on me. It would put me in situations where me not responding will automatically be a yes, because that's who I was before that. So before this conversation, I would usually be the yes man in a lot of situations.
For sure.
And that's why I think like I would definitely want to be able to just say how I feel. Now it might offend you, but my heart's in the right place unless it's not. And at this point, then just leave me alone.
I think it's funny when I think of these kind of questions, because I think of like certain scenarios, like, but it's hard because it's hard to think of like everything that could possibly happen with a black or white answer kind of question like this. Then you start thinking about every other scenario. You got to take the most, what's the word I'm looking for, or the most aggressive side.
Yeah, I would have to, but that's only because I've already lived that life of not saying nothing. I've gone through that, and I see what it did for me. It didn't serve me at all. Now, granted, like I said, should you always say something? Like, I know that now I'll be in a situation where I'm always saying something. I don't think you always should have to. Mm-hmm. But I think that there's moments where you should be able to speak, even if it's not about you, just to let someone know where you stand and how you could either remove, help, or inspire the situation.
Understood. Man, that was a good banter question, wasn't it?
I guess so.
You could just say yes.
Yes, it was good, right?
All you gotta do is say yes. All right, here we go.
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. Gigi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Convo 170, 160, something. Help me, Gigi.
I don't got nothing for you, Greg. Okay. It's episode 161.
We are welcoming everyone to Convo 161 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talked first.
Or did I talk?
You kind of did today. You definitely did. I'm joined by my sister.
Gigi.
What it do? How you feeling?
I'm alright. You know, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel blessed and highly favored. I'm getting this new groove where I feel like I had before, maybe esque, but I wasn't fully in tune with it. And I feel like I'm getting into this new groove where I'm definitely understanding the things that serve me and the things that don't, and realizing that, which really hit me differently, that all relationships don't last forever. I don't like that I'm saying I'm sorry, y'all. And it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. I believe that people, they say like, are in your life for a reason, a season in a lifetime. And I think there's different dynamics of relationships that you will explore while you're living this journey called life. And I'm just starting to realize, like, because I like get to a point where I lock in with people that I feel like I'm able to be vulnerable with. I'm not very vulnerable with a lot of people that I've interacted with on a casual basis don't really see all the sides of me. Not saying that there's more than like one or two, but they kind of just see like cotton candy and rainbows. And I get that because that's what I portray, but that's not my life. And that's probably why we even do this podcast. It's just to have understanding that like there's a balance, but you can always choose to be you. And me is just to be great. I want to say shout outs to the police officers out here in these streets in New Jersey. Thank you for caring about me, because I didn't think you did, and and life worked out for me. And what else this week? I didn't even tell y'all what happened to me this week. Nah, it's just been busy at work. I've been feeling a little up, but also a little down. I'm not sure how that I can explain that to you guys, but there's moments where I have really, really high energy, and then there's moments where I feel super down. However, I do believe that I've been trying intermittent fasting. Have you ever done that before, Greg?
Yes.
How you feel about it?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either because...
But I think I do it without even thinking, so...
Yes, but it's not as consistent as you could want.
No, I think it's very consistent because intermittent fasting, you just don't eat at a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me because I eat once a day.
Yeah, but what I've also realized is that like how soon we eat, and not all the time, before we go to bed. That's also terrible. Something that I think that because I feel like we a little bit night owls, even though we be up all day. That I'm talking a lot. I'm really over this. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all.
Welcome to our podcast.
I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like we didn't even get into the topic yet. I'm getting all this. How are you, Greg?
Oh, she just said, fuck y'all.
I didn't say that. I just felt like I was talking too much.
Y'all figure out the rest of my week.
No. Like, I do have something else. Let me tell you what happened to me at work. Okay, so, and Greg, please tell me like how you would do this. And I think I understood where I went wrong, but I felt like there was an understanding. But here we go. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm just gonna say positions. I guess that don't even help either. It don't matter.
Why can't you say names? Nobody know these people. You could have made up names. Make up names.
Okay. So, Susie. But it's like a positions matter more than whatever. Susie is a supervisor and Tom is the coworker, right? Mm-hmm. And on this day, me and Tom, we was cool, but we kind of had a falling out because Tom had an attitude, and the one thing I'm not gonna do when we work together is deal with someone's attitude when I did nothing to you. I'm gonna let you be great, and I'd rather have I'd rather have no energy from you than negative energy. So I kind of conserve it. I'm at work. Okay, cool. The storm happens, right? Storm happens, and I get a little nervous because I don't like driving in super rain. Like, I'm okay with driving in the rain, but not when like it's rain like snow where you can't see. I don't like that. And I work a good ways from my job. So he kind of popped up and he was like, hey, my mom hit me up, told me that it's raining really bad. And at this point, I'm going to interact with you. So I'm interacting with you because at this point, I don't have a problem with you, but clearly you have a problem with me and I just don't want to have it. So it was great energy. We was fine. We was going back and forth about the time frame. Now, I get off of work later on in the day than usual. You're 9-to-5ers. So it's getting worse as I'm at work. So at this point, I'm like, I'm just going to go home because I'm not going to sit here at work and get stuck here because I'm going to get flooded because things started to flood. So we talking or whatever. The next day, and now we're okay. So it went from we was cool to not talking, and now we're civil with each other, or we're talking cool. Fast forward to the next day, and, it seems like he's fine. We working. I stand up, and I ask him about something I'm working on that he can help me with because we work in the same region. He just started crying. Just broke down. Like, I got to step away from my desk. I said, what happened? What happened? What I do? I was like, I really thought we had a rapport now. Like, and I was like, wow. Right. So he comes back, right. 20 minutes later, he's cool. He's talking to me. He's like, yeah, what you need? I told him what I need. Gave me an answer. Cool. Whatever. So as the day is going, I'm already deciding I'm going to work from home tomorrow. I've dealt with a lot of energy. I also have another coworker. Let's call him Adam. Adam now also wants to catch me up on his week because he hasn't been talking, which I was paying attention to, but I was okay with it. And now Adam wants me to walk him to his car so he can tell me about what's been going on. Adam is telling me that he's going to HR. Adam is very scared that he's going to lose his job. And I said, Adam, what you think I'm going to be able to do for you? But what I did do is give him perspective. Mind you, I'm still dealing with Tom, right? But Adam still needs some energy. I gave Adam a perspective because I think that wherever environment that he came from in his previous jobs, I think people were moving a little manipulative, and I think he always feels like someone's attacking him, and I need to give him perspective, and I hope that I have provided him with the tools so he can be better at what he needs to do and allow Susie to help him be great at it. Now we go back to Tom, right? So, boom. So I leave before Tom. Tom still stays there. I talk to Susie. Now, Susie obviously is my supervisor, but at this point, they low-key call me a team lead. Do they give me team lead money? No. That's why I'm going to stop doing things that they're not paying me for. However, so because she wasn't in the office and the person that would have been the next person that would have been there was already off, I was technically in charge. So she checks in on me and says, like, how was the day? How was everybody? And I told her that everybody was a little overwhelmed. Now I'll share some things with her. Maybe, maybe not. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know who's going to listen to this. And she ends up calling him in the morning before he gets to work. He doesn't pick up the phone. And she said, I heard you had a bad day. I just want to let you know if you want to work from home, you can. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all the work that we have done. You're an amazing person, and I'm happy to have you on my team. Greg, now I'm working from home today. He called my phone. He said, what did you tell her? And that hit me different because I understand that, like, you had a moment. I just happened to experience it. I didn't have to share it.
You told HR he cried?
No, I didn't tell HR. I told Susie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to HR. Adam went to HR about a whole situation because he didn't feel like he was a part of a team. But Adam can't get right. And Adam want to be right, but he can't get right. Okay. So he's just going to be over there. I'm just saying that there was, like, multiple people accessing my energy on that day.
Got you. That's
why I knew, like, I was not coming into work the next day. I was like, it's too much because y'all want to continue, and I don't have it in me. But I understood two things. I didn't tell Susie to be malicious. I told Susie because I feel like he's not the type of person to let her know what's really going on. And he doesn't have to be completely honest, but even on a mental state, when he needs, like, a break or he feels overwhelmed, like, he doesn't tell her. And I think...
you feel like you had to?
Yeah.
Why?
Because right now I feel like my team is super small, and we have a lot to do, Greg, where, like, sometimes I even tell you, like, it get overwhelming for me, and I'm still fairly new, and he's been there for, like, maybe, like, a year and a half, but it's like there's also, they're down a member, they're training somebody at the same time, and I'm saying a lot. I'm saying a lot, y'all. But and with his personality, I knew that Tom was going to explode because it was just like there was a lot putting on us and it was like work was expanding, but time was still the same. And as there's people like the Adams and the new person coming in, it's like you're doing 3 times the work. But again, that's neither here or there. Y'all, I'm doing too much. But at the end, there was 2 things that I realized. One, it was at that moment, there were sometimes I need to shut up and mind my business. But 2, I've learned that even though without being told to me that was appreciated, because sometimes people need some type of acknowledgement, because when they don't get it and they're going through whatever they're going through, like they look for that. So if I'm going on my way to do all these things and no one ever tell me that I'm doing a good job, like that could break me too. And I didn't know how just telling somebody how you are appreciated could build that person up, because after that we was cool. Everybody was great. But yeah, I wasn't going back into work that day. It was too much energy. Sorry, Gray. That was a day. How was your how y'all? If I ever talk about much, I don't even want to talk about much ever again. It's just too much. How are you, Greg?
I'm alright. I'm alright. You know,
I talked a lot.
you did.
I did. I'm so sorry, Greg.
It's all good. No, I ain't got shit to say. Yeah, I've been straight. You know, going rounds with depression and trying to make sure I come out on top. Had good conversations with some people. Made me think about some shit. But, you know, it's life. Life happens and you just keep going through it.
Okay. I have no rebuttal. I just, just know that you're not doing it alone. And
Oh, for sure.
I absolutely been.
But you want to know what's been getting me through?
What?
Donald Trump.
Wow.
He is amazing. Like, it is like great entertainment.
Okay. This is a good clip. Go ahead.
For real, like, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Kamala supporter. I am a supporter of Greg. And Greg finds Donald Trump to be fucking hilarious.
I'm screaming.
He said, Kamala was black.
You stupid. You stupid, Greg.
This nigga don't answer questions?
He just told them his thoughts.
Shout outs to him because all my TV shows are done. So it is Donald Trump Central.
I'm screaming. Shout outs to you and your algorithms.
Nah, people, be responsible. Find out who you're really supposed to be voting for.
Why you're laughing, Greg? I need you to be better in life.
Yo, I bet you any amount of money Mickey Mouse has the most votes of all time. Watch.
Okay.
Yo, he be hovering around like 5%. It's gonna be at like 10. Let's get topic show.
Yeah, we talk so much.
Oh shit! All right, who started?
Is that me or you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can go.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so, well, I talked first the last time, but I'll go in it again. What are you liking less and less as you get older? I got this from Inspirational Quotes on X.
What am I liking less and less? Everything. Everyone.
Yeah, let's be more specific, Greg.
Really? Okay.
Let's have a conversation.
No, I'm playing. liking less and less. Yeah, I would honestly. Society is the society that we live in sucks.
What is it?
In a sense of, I feel like we're making up facts now. There's no such thing as like nothing is concrete. Everything is so fluid, or new definitions are popping up, new terms like every day. Like it's, and I get the world is ever changing. That's like a prehistoric, I don't know, dinosaur or some shit.
That's what you sound like.
But I don't care. It's freaking annoying at this point.
So what is your ideal setup then?
I don't just respect each other. I don't fucking know.
Wow, I think that's how we respect each other, is by like letting people know who we are.
No, it's a difference when you are. I would say it's different when it's like it's. I guess not trying to become. That sounds ignorant. I guess the best way of putting it is like when you're trying to teach somebody something new to replace something that's been long standing forever. Like we know that there's see, no, I can say it. I was taught that there's two genders, male and female. Like when you were born, one of the two things happening. But now it's because of everybody's identifying as whatever they want to identify as. Cool. That's respect to you. You could identify whatever you want. But now you're trying to change it so that now everyone has to learn all these other quote unquote genders. It's just, for me, that's annoying. Like, no. For what? Because it's going to keep changing. Like today we got 5 genders. Tomorrow it's going to be 20.
Why does that bother you so much?
Because then you gotta, it's like, especially even in my line of work, especially like updating language and stuff like that, it becomes annoying.
You just think you stuck in your ways, or that's just how you believe?
It's not like I'm not going to continue to do it. It's just annoying. It's fine. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think a lot of people would say this shit is annoying, but they just go with it.
Understood. I don't think it's annoying. I just think it's just a different learning experience. And just like when we were talking about wrestling, like, you know, like when you grow up in something, that is your core, like, values. Like, that's your nostalgia. That's your, you know, what you use your experiences towards. So it's different when you have different experiences as the world has evolved.
True. You're right. Still find it fucking annoying.
Understood.
How about you?
That. Understanding.
You don't like understanding?
I'm liking less that I am so understanding.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's a better way for you. Okay.
I feel like that was just in my persona, and I just feel like it brings me to the point where it's just like, because you're so understanding, although you have your parts, it's like sometimes you choose your battles, but I would rather have said something than be so understanding. I feel like sometimes you understand, but you still lose. Like, I get it. I understand, but I'm still not okay. That's because so many
people think that understanding means agreeing.
No, of course not. And that's why it's because it's something that it's a personal thing. It has nothing to do with that person. It's you, even if you don't agree, you can understand. And that's the thing about understanding, is like, I may not be okay with this, but I understand, like, whatever pieces have been in play for it to happen, and I've accepted that. That's a me thing. That's not on them. But I need to let the blame be like, if you did something wrong, like, regardless of how I feel, you definitely need to acknowledge the idea that, or take accountability. Understanding shouldn't be the, I want to say like umbrella, but like the save all, because just because I understand doesn't mean what you did is okay. So take accountability for that. And I think that because I'm so immediately there to understand, I need to I'm starting to like that less about me. And even though that's still in my core, I can't help but understand. But I am taking more notes and taking a step back before I understand and see how it actually affects me. Because it's easy to understand, because even if it's not okay and you make it okay, like I said, it's those traumas that you start holding inside. Like, you're not letting it out. Like, this actually really bothers me.
But that's because, in knowing you, it's because you when you understand, you think that means bite your tongue too. You can say I understand, but that is still some dumb shit you did.
But look, that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to think that, like, in the past I haven't said anything, but as I'm getting older, I realize that I do that. I am very vocal.
You're starting to do. I'm saying I'm saying, like, the older I get, like, or whatever, the more I love to understand, because when I understand stuff, it makes me a better person. It makes me easy. It's easier for me to deal with you or the situation or whatever. So, and that's because for me, like I said, understanding is like, yes, I can understand what the fuck is happening, but I still can also speak my mind to what I'm understanding.
Yeah. And I will do the same thing, but still doesn't mean I'm okay. And sometimes
it's not about being
okay. And that's like, it doesn't, just because I understand doesn't mean I'm still okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes, and I'm not telling you everybody gets that, but I think that I've become so understanding to so many people that sometimes I need to take a step back and just let them know that, like, it's not okay. Mm-hmm. And even if I understand that's not something I need to vocalize to you, because I just need you to take accountability for what it is. Because outside of whatever this is, if I decide to surpass this and we have a relationship after that, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, we have an understanding now because we've spoken about it. But I'm no longer just going to immediately just say, I get it, before someone is now not taking accountability. And if not, I will tell you what you did wrong. And as long as I decide to stay, I will work on some type of verbiage to tell you that I kind of understand where we're at. But I'm just tired of being the person to just be okay with everything and then kind of resent it in the end. Like, just because I understand doesn't make it mean that it makes me okay.
Yes.
It takes, it takes a lot sometimes to find understanding in things where you don't get, but you get because you care about somebody or a situation or something like that. But it's like I have to now make myself, what's the word? Uncomfortable to make you comfortable. And that's not okay. Now, granted, it's temporary usually, right? If I decided that I want to, still be around, that's cool. But Greg, I don't want to understand anymore. Look, I like it less and less. I don't hate it. You know what I'm saying? I get that's who I am, but I don't like me being so understanding sometimes. Sometimes I think I just need to take 2 steps back and just let everybody just do them. I don't know what I said, but do them. What about you, Greg? Is that it? Did you have a...
I just don't think that it's not... I think understanding is the wrong word.
For me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
I thought about this question.
I know. And I understand what you're trying to say. Let me repeat it back to you in the most, I guess, basic of terms. Mm-hmm. Right? You are saying that you hate the fact that... Or you don't like that... What's the question again? Less and less.
What are you liking less and less as you get older?
That you are an understanding person of other people, right? And not only that you are understanding of them, understanding of the person or the situation, it is things that are affecting you that you're not saying nothing about because you're being understanding.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think understanding is the word.
Why not?
Because, like I said, you could be understanding and say fuck you, or you could be understanding and just not like what's happening. Understanding comes from a place of you recognizing the situation, not necessarily agreeing with it or caring about it. It's more of just saying that, like,
yes,
I get that this is happening.
Yes.
So, and for me, knowing who you are, that doesn't, you need to understand.
Yeah.
So it's not the understanding part. It's the second layer.
No, I think that you're doing a double entendre where it's like, I understand what's happening, and I'm here.
Yeah.
So it's different when you understand and you do something like. But if you understand, like, now you've accepted what's happening.
No, you don't have to accept what's happening.
I didn't say I don't have to. I say that I have, because I've been so understanding.
But and that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's it's the part after understanding.
What's that?
It's what you do with the understanding. Because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm hearing is, like, when you understand, you show sympathy. So, like,
but that's what I'm trying to tell you, Greg, is because that's a default that you've seen in me. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yes.
I automatically see, but sometimes because I understand doesn't make it right, but I find sympathy. So then at this point, even if it may or may have not affected me directly,
yes,
it's affecting me because I know that it's wrong.
Yes.
But I'm already finding sympathy because I understand.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think you have a problem with understanding. I think you have a problem with what you do with your understanding.
No, I accept it. I just don't understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. You can understand
but
something and not accept
that's what
nothing.
part understand. Like, okay, great. Yes. You know what? You are right. Just because you understand doesn't mean you have to accept it.
Yeah, so I'm saying what you do with your understanding.
What I do with my understanding, Greg?
So, because I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me.
I'm talking about in different facets. I hope you're not like honing in on anything specific.
No,
okay, for sure.
I'm just thinking like on in any problem, situation, person, thing.
Okay.
You want to find understanding. We want to have an understanding of why are we talking right now? The understanding that we're having we're talking because we have a podcast.
Okay.
That we have a conversation about.
I feel like
things,
you're talking
right?
like I'm three, but I'm here now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta walk you through it, right?
No, but I'm here. Okay.
So now that you understand that, you can either accept that we're going to continue to talk.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, I don't want to be a part of this, so I'm gonna stop talking.
Understood.
So. Is what you do after the understanding is information is there.
Yeah, but my thing is, if I didn't understand in the first place, I wouldn't have to be in the after fact.
Say that one more time.
If I didn't have to worry about me being so understanding, I wouldn't have to worry about the after.
No.
You still think that I need to understand?
You do. Knowing who you are?
Yes, but I'm starting to realize, Greg, that there's some things that you can't understand. You just have to accept it.
That's like that's like me with the banter question saying that sometimes I wish I had nothing to say.
I will always have something to say.
And you would always want to know.
It doesn't mean, yes, but just because I want to know doesn't mean I will. That's what I've learned, and that Greg, and maybe in time it can change. But what I've learned is that yes, I ask so many questions. I allow myself to be very transparent, but I'm starting to realize that like all the questions that I ask, I don't always will get answers, and I can either accept that.
Oh, who told you that?
Life.
Life name is Greg.
I'm screaming. Okay, and Greg.
Okay.
I feel like you said that too, probably.
Many times.
Okay, but yeah, but I didn't get that because I was so transparent. And my thing is, I get that people don't know. Sometimes people don't know.
They don't.
But at the same time, there's moments where if you do, then you gotta let me know.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you tell me that you don't know, that's most likely a no. I don't even know where I'm going with it, Greg. I'm going to leave it alone because I was going to go in and I don't want to.
That's fine. We good?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on, people. My topic is, do you think if people are in a relationship that marriage should be the end goal?
No.
Why?
Yes and no. It has to be yes and no, Greg. It has to be. There's like millions of people in the world. It's yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. So, no. I think some people want partnership, companionship, someone they can, hump on from time to time and not have to have the title. I don't believe that everybody uses marriage as so highly traditional as, society, but they still, are locked into each other. But there are people, for sure, who have grown up in the dynamic of wanting to be married, grown up in a space where, one of their goals was to make sure that they get married and they have a family and they have the white picket fence. And so that's why I can see yes and no.
Okay. For the sake of argument, just choose one.
Why? I said my piece. Okay, so I said no. For me, personally, yes. But for
so for you personally,
yes.
The end result need to be marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna be outside. I think that at that point, and then my thing is I don't want to be outside, and that's why I'd rather just be locked in. And I also grew up where my parents got married, so that's something that I want for myself. But I also want to be committed to my person, and I want the paperwork. We can do a prenup if we have to, for sure. But if not, I'm probably there from the beginning anyway, so give me all of that. Yeah. I still say yes and no, but no, I don't think that people need to be together and the end goal has to be married. There's people that have already been married and don't want to do it again, but know that they, like I said, want a companion, want someone that they, want to wake up to, travel with, I just feel like as humans, we're not built to be alone anyway. So just because we don't go and pay for other people to enjoy us loving on each other, which we've been doing anyway. It sounds crazy when I still want to get married, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's okay that you can be with somebody and never get married, but I want to get married.
Okay. I think no. I don't think that should be an end goal. And it comes from a lot of different thoughts. But I think the main two is one, your end goal should be whatever you want your end goal to be. If you just want to be with that person, just be with the person.
I agree. But you just so you're saying yes and no.
I'm saying no. Yeah. Marriage should not be the end goal.
Oh, it should not. Okay.
No, it should not. Unless you want to be married, no.
Yeah, but you're also talking to people that have never been married or haven't had the opportunity to be married. So it's just like not saying.
It depends depends on what you think marriage is.
You're right, but I don't want to take away from the fact that you were married, but it's just like you had that already. So for you can either.
My end goal is still marriage.
Oh, I didn't tell you what it was.
No, I'm telling you.
But I'm telling you that knowing that that's something that you had, and if you didn't have it again, doesn't take away that you had it.
If I got married again, and got another divorce, my end goal will always still be marriage.
Understood. I hope I don't want that.
I don't want that for my life either. But I'm just saying, because for me, marriage it represents something.
Understood.
And my thing is the reason why I thought about this question, and I'm saying no, marriage doesn't need to be the end goal, is because I think a lot of people get married for reasons that we have more divorces than we do marriages. And I think that's just because people aren't getting married for the right reasons. Or they don't even have a reason to be married. They just feel like they have to be because they've been together for so long. And I just feel like if you and your person are cool with being the way that you are, there's other documents you can fill out to give that person power of attorney over you. There is like
in those situations, if somebody said something, that's why it's happening.
Huh?
In those situations, somebody said something, that's why it's happening.
What do you mean?
If we're having a wedding, it's because somebody said something and it's happening. Like, it's not like if we've been doing this for 25 years, why do you think it's happening? Someone said something. Someone in the relationship, whether it was him or her.
Yeah, but my thing is like, why? Like, what is the point? Like, just because you feel like we've been together forever, we might as well. Like, it just needs to happen. Nothing's going to change because it's just a new title.
Wow, that sounds crazy. No, I think that if
don't make it personal.
No,
okay.
I'm not telling you that's what you actually feel. I'm responding to what you said.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
That if my person at any point in time has different thoughts or has their goals may have evolved, I want them to share that with me. Mm-hmm. I can't always assume like how I felt 10 years ago and how I feel 15 years later is going to be the same. You know, like I can't tell you that, yes, I accepted this, but we've been doing this for so long. Like, this is now what I want. I don't see why that should be dismissed because now I'm bringing it up. It's not that if that was the case, I would have been left. But if we're going to do this and this is something that I want, why not give it to me?
Yeah.
I don't see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in any of those moments when that's a conversation and we're having it, like somebody had to say something. It's not like we just got married. Like, there's people that shack up together for years, right? Yeah. But at the same time, there are people that, and I think it's just about the evolution of a relationship.
But my thing, so the thing, you like you said, someone had to say something. Mm-hmm. My question is my thought or my argument or my whatever point is
screaming
the why. Why did that even come up?
People evolve, Greg. And things change. Life could happen. Like, maybe you didn't think about wanting to get married and you just, was just chilling. You found somebody that wanted to chill with you. And I don't know, something happened or you had a moment and you was like, you know what? I would rather like not ever see myself without you. And with that, I want to do this. Now, granted, people could feel the same way and not do it. But there's like I'm saying, like there are people that don't do it, but for the people that have changed, I don't think there's anything wrong with it because sometimes it's waking up sometimes and realizing that I've been with this person this whole time and maybe marriage means something to me. If it doesn't mean anything to you, you cool. But if it does, then it will affect you at some point, even if you're ready to ride or die with this person and they don't want to do it. But if you have the opportunity to voice to them that this is something that you may want to do now, 20 years down the line, and they accept that, like, I think that's okay. Okay.
No, I don't disagree.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, it doesn't. Yeah, if that's your goal, then that's your goal. The end goal for any.
I'm just saying people's goals change.
No, I think that your end goal an end goal for a relationship, for any relationship, is what you want it to be. It shouldn't be about.
But I think it evolves. I think it changes. I don't think it just ends. I think everyone has a goal, but then it's not just like. That's why I was like, it's very interesting with the end because it's just like, maybe I thought about wanting to marry somebody, right? Mm-hmm. But I realized that our dynamic is so much better if we didn't. And now that's the person that I want to be with. Now my end goal was to get married, but I found a partner that I'm okay with not being married to. Mm-hmm. So it's like things can change based off the relationships that you're in. Not now, granted, I'm gonna bring it back. I don't think it's okay that I accepted that because that's not what I wanted. But I realized that sometimes plans change. So I think that it's still the same, Greg. Oh, you feel that too. It's the same. I don't think
so.
Why?
It's because it's your plans could change or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's still at the end of the day, you need to do what is best for you.
You're right. So if I went into a relationship and I was okay with not having children, and then we ended up being together and we eventually talked about it.
At the end of the day, you're doing what's best for you.
Okay, so it could change.
I said it can't. Yes, I'm not saying that it can't.
Okay, so
at the end of the day, though, I'm saying the end result needs to be what's best for you.
Understood.
Not what societal pressures say.
Yes, I've always said that, Greg. I think all relationships should be what you want it to be, you and your person, not what everybody thinks it's supposed to be. Like, we're now in a place where everything has labels and titles and different dynamics, but we also have the power to have any type of relationship that we decide to have it. What works for us works for us. It don't got to work for everybody else.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is your life.
Oh.
It's my life. Oof. All right. We good?
Mm-hmm.
And all right, y'all. Hello, welcome to the end of the show. If you made it to the end of the show, we end every show with a part of the show. I said show a lot called New Dialogue. New Dialogue is part of the show. I said show want some more, where we talk about something we found interesting in the past week. You looking at me like with a look of like scared or deprivation, like somebody's behind me, and I feel scared.
No, I'm here.
Okay, you straight?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, what's good?
Presume Innocent.
Okay.
I watched that. Okay. I was gonna talk about House of Dragons.
Spoiler alert. Well, all that shit's been done, so.
I mean,
we're the ones late to the party.
And House of Dragons or Presume Innocent?
Both of them.
You're right. So Presume Innocent. I got into it actually here because I didn't have Apple, and I was like, I don't know if I wanted to buy it, but I really feel like there's some good shows on there, so I might dabble back into it. But Presume Innocent is definitely about a show. It's about a show. I need to go take a nap. It's about the state prosecutor having an affair. Oh yes, this is spoilers. Yes. With his assistant prosecutor, and she ends up dying, and you kind of find out. No, I'm not going to tell you how it ends. If you want to tap into it, I want you to tap into it.
I was definitely about to just go. And
yes, I want you to tap into it because although like I can say you want to assume who did it. I had my assumptions. I ended up being wrong. Greg was right. And I thought it was a really good plot. And I also realized it was a book, which I wish I would have read it before, but I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much because I would have had too many questions or worried about everything that's missing and the information that I know, and I wouldn't know how it ended. But I thought it was definitely a good show to tap into. So if you are looking for something to watch, Presumed Innocent is pretty good. It's only at 8 episodes. But I didn't know if I would. It's 8 episodes and it's in season 1. So enjoy. Is there anything else? I want to go to somebody's concert. That's all I got. I think. What about you, Greg?
Okay. Don't step on any of my points.
Okay.
We will fight.
Okay.
Mute up. So last week we saw Deadpool versus Wolverine. What'd I say? Mute up. Mute the fuck up. You had your time. And I want to commend Disney, Marvel, all the motherfuckers. Cause that was a great fucking movie. Mute up, Gigi. The best part of this whole movie, I don't know if any of you guys pay attention to like how Disney has been buying everything under the sun media related and how they have bought Fox. So when they bought Fox, they bought back the rights to all of the old superhero movies that we used to like watch, like, you know, when X-Men first came out, like the movie, and Daredevil and Blade and all that shit. And in this movie, they really hit that joke all the way home. Having Wesley Snipes as Blade, Channing Tatum as Gambit. Oh my gosh. Great. It was great. Shout outs to y'all. It's definitely the movie of the summer. And it's about to hit $1 billion in the box office. So shout outs to them. You can talk now if you want to.
The soundtrack was amazing.
It was. It definitely was.
The movie soundtrack was amazing. I loved every song. Like, they did their thing. Shout out to them.
So, yes.
I didn't love it as much as Greg.
Oh, I absolutely... Like, I'm going to buy the movie when it comes out.
I love that for you. But it was definitely an enjoyable movie. I was really, really happy that I was able to experience it.
It is the best comic book to movie adaptation of any comic book movie of all time.
Good to know. I don't know. That's what Greg said. Greg put his stamp on it.
Deadpool is my favorite, like, character of all time.
Now? Or
no,
forever?
Forever. He's always been. Because he's not good, he's not bad, and he's fucking hilarious.
Understood.
And now I sound like a nerd, but it's okay.
No.
I get bitches. I don't.
I don't. Run that back, Greg.
Let's run that all the way back.
You gotta relax.
I'm ready to go. Fade out.
Thank you so much for making it this far in this episode. Greg and I appreciate you, appreciating us, enjoying.
I'm sorry.
Having this conversation. We hope you can let us know what your views are. If you'd like to, leave us a review if you'd like. Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
At Greg Nelson26 on X and Instagram. And follow the pod at JustAConvo_pod on Instagram, X, and TikTok. And listen to us on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Acast, Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. We there.
Thank you so much, Greg. And
leave comments. I would love to interact with people in comments.
Yes, I believe that. Leave reviews too. And you can find me.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, Ash. I'm just not social media bound like that.
If you don't work with her, if you don't happen to be in the nail salon the time she's there, let me see.
Oh my gosh, go to a restaurant, bar, lounge.
If you're not feeding chickens when she's feeding her chickens, you ain't gonna see her.
Oh man, I'm just so much better in person.
You're not checking her out in the grocery store. Or
I'm
something?
screaming. I went to. I'm not even gonna go into that. I'll tell you later. Yeah, y'all. That's where you can find me right now.
You can find her on this podcast.
Y'all gotta relax. I'm gonna be better. I'm trying. I'm working on it. You know, I'm still working on me. But with that being said, if no one told you today, if you forgot today, if you need to be reminded today, Greg and I want you to go be great. Gigi.